Well, hello again. This is episode 2 of Behind the Screams at Hidden Screams. Like I said in the previous video, I thought I'd give you all a tour of the attraction itself. Keep in mind, we are literally in teardown mode and soon to be in rebuild mode here at Hidden Screams. We decided that we wanted to retheme some areas, and a huge retheming is happening in our second attraction. And so, like I said, we'll give you a little bit behind the scenes look at that today. But I am going to show you from the beginning to the end. Like I said, just be aware that I can't show you the old middle because we have since torn it out, and you can see behind me a lot of the stuff we tore out. A lot of it's going to be trashed because it's no longer able to be in use. But we will be rebuilding it bigger and better than ever. So we're looking forward to that. But I can show you our other areas and give you a little bit behind the scenes kind of look into Hidden Screams, so you can hopefully appreciate what we put into this. Now, obviously, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. This is not... I'll put it this way, in the daylight, okay, with the lights on, it doesn't look fantastic. I don't know many haunted attractions that do. I mean, a lot of them do have great aspects and they look really fantastic, but I'll tell you what, every attraction, you turn the lights off and you get the right lighting inside, and that brings the whole thing to life. And that's what it's all about. It's about the show with the lights off, not with the lights on. So like I said, we'll give you a little bit of behind the scenes tour here, talk about a little bit about what we do. We don't want to give too much away, but like I said, you're going to get a sneak peek into the first attraction, our third area, and then our fourth area as well. But you'll have to wait until October to see our second attraction, and you'll hear about what it is going to be named here soon. We'll put that online. But we're going to go through the back here so I don't give too much away as we begin our ascent into the what we call the manor, okay? So like I said, bear with me here as we go there. We're entering now our actor area. So like I said, this area you can see behind me, this is our makeup area. So this is where we have all our makeup stations and stuff like that. I'll turn the light on so you can see. But we have our makeup area back here. Now keep in mind, like I told you before, we are in a basement. So we do not operate like the normal haunted attraction that has either their own building or their own outdoor space. We are a little unique in that fact. There's not many that operate like us. But you make it work. When you have a dream to operate a haunted attraction, you make it work the best you can. Obviously, it is not ideal. We would love to have a bigger building. We'd love to have a big outside area. Though I will say this, operating inside is probably the better choice, especially for those who might be looking into creating their own haunted attraction in the future. If you see this video, I'll talk about those things in the future as well, because we do believe in bringing new life and new blood into the industry, and it's always good for people to start those things as well. We don't want to be the only one. But there are at least a couple, at least 1,000 or more haunted attractions out there. There's hundreds, all around. Pennsylvania is usually in the top 3. I think it's been booted, though, down to the top 4 or 5, as in the number of haunted attractions because of some closures. Ohio's always ranked high, Texas, as well as California. Okay, some of your bigger states have a lot more. But like I said, when you have a dream and you want to make it come true, you do what you can with what you have. Obviously, like I said, even in the most or least idyllic situations, you make it work, okay? So like I said, while being in the basement, it's not ideal. We do make it work, and a lot of people have really enjoyed it. So like I said, I'll continue with my tour. Like I said, we did see the makeup area. This is like our actor lounge where they can, sit down during the show, relax, everything like that. Then we do have here our actor costume, prop, mask area. They have lockers for all our actors. So obviously they can come in here. They can put their stuff in lockers. And then, costumes are all back through here, as well as masks and props. We have all that ready to go. And then we do have our ticket booth here. So like our ticket booth manager will sit back here during the ticket booth, ticketing times when the show is in operation, and they'll go ahead and take tickets through the window, which is out here. Now, like I said, it's a little dark in here, so I do apologize. But this is our ticket booth. Like I said, I don't have any lights on. This does glow a little bit. We do have some glow lights above us, as well as, like I said, this is partially has blacklight paint. So certain things will glow, like booth 1 and booth 2, as well as the word ticket booth, and then the letters under it, or sorry, the names under it, which is credit, debit, cash, stuff like that. And then, like I said, we do have our entrance here. So they come in through this door, they come down the steps, they line up, and then the madam of the manor will let them in groups of usually no more than 5 or 6 at a time. And then they come into the ticket booth, they get their tickets through one of our windows, and then they have a little bit of a backstory for about a minute or so, which is where our story starts, is right at the front of our manor. So like I said, they come into here, and they are greeted by, like I said, the madam. She talks a little bit, and then Mrs. Mayhem, who is one of our main characters as well, along with the madam, will talk about a little bit further into the storyline, just for about 30 seconds, and then lets them come through, okay? So as they're going through, like I said, you can come with me. They go down into the manor here, okay? This was done by a person we know in the haunted attraction industry. He helped us out and helped to really give this area a lot better of a look than what it used to. So this area is fairly brand new. It, like I said, probably within the last few months it has been built. So like I said, it does have that old broken down manor type look. Like I said, it's really neat. He did a great job, fantastic job. We're very grateful for what he's done. But yeah, it does have that spooky vibes a little bit. And then you go around the corner here, and like I said, you continue down the hallway. Usually people will go through underneath here into the fireplace. And then this is sort of a secondary door, just in case people are unable to, because of maybe their health or whatever, or physicality, they're not able to go through that. We do want to make sure that we accommodate everybody. So we do go ahead and provide them with that access. And then this is our nursery doll room kind of area. Eloise, one of our newest characters, she's in here making her doll army. So you'll see dolls everywhere. So like I said, this is all part of the manor. This will have a few tweaks and upgrades, nothing major, but we do plan on doing some more work, just like I said, slightly in here, and then in the other part of the manor, where I'm going to take you next. So the front part where I just had you, that obviously was the most recent upgrades we had to the manor. Like I said, this doll area, and then this is the closet behind me. The doll area obviously will have some minor upgrades here and there, but we're going to wait till October for you to check that out. Okay, but like I said, as you come through the closet and make your way through, you'll have some minor upgrades here, and then as you come around the turn here, this is sort of like the parlor den area of the manor. So this is the last place that you will be before you head to the second attraction that we're going to have. Like I said, this will be changed up as well. We're going to do some upgrades in here. So this will look a little different than it does. Obviously behind me was the second attraction you enter, so that's all gone. But like I said, this area will definitely have upgrades, so you won't see a lot of like the pipes where the wall is. We'll have that blocked off now. So like I said, we're doing some upgrades, so a lot of it doesn't look as great as it would. And we've taken stuff down, so like I said, it doesn't look as great. We went through those areas pretty quick. Normally during the show, to get through the manor, it's about, I'd say 5 to 7 minutes. Like I said, you wouldn't believe it, but we really get our customers into the show, and our characters do a great job of slowing people down. Now, obviously, if you run through this, if you're scared and you run through it, you'll probably get through in a couple minutes. But we do try to keep you in the manor for about 5 to 7 minutes. Each attraction runs roughly 5 or so minutes apiece at an average rate, which makes our whole attraction anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes long. Like I said, we're not huge by any means, but we do give you a great show. We do make it very interactive, meaning we do interact with, our characters interact with our patrons, our customers, and make you a part of the show. Sometimes we make you do cool things, fun things, nothing, over the top or crazy, but we do make you a part of the show, which once again, if you haven't been here, you have to come check us out and see exactly what we're talking about. I don't want to give that away either. But before, they used to go through this door frame. Obviously, that's going to change. And this was another way, but that has been removed as well. But this was all part of the second attraction. So as you can see here, this is all second attraction area that has been torn down. We will rebuild it. It'll be pretty mazed off with some character areas, meaning we have some character scenes for our new characters. We have characters such as Putrid Pete, our Putrid Popcorn Maker, Pinkie Pie, our lovable but nightmarish Balloon Maker, Trixie Sweets, who also is what we call our candy-coated nightmare. We have Lester the Jester, who is a living marionette, but the embodiment of all things scary. There's Mad Hermie, who is one of our main characters here, formerly Dr. Mayhem, and as well as Twisted, who's an ancillary character, a secondary character inside, and Jumbo and Rosie, and all of them make up what we call the Mad Clown Corps. And so we're excited to have clowns this year. We sort of held off for a couple years, but we've really gotten into the clown theme, and so the second attraction will be clown themed. But like I said, we won't announce exactly what it is until closer to October, and you'll actually have to come out and see exactly how terrifying this attraction will be. It'll be pretty amazing, pretty intense and terrifying, as well as very interactive, meaning you will be a part of the show for sure in this attraction. So like I said, it'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully you can come out and see this attraction in action. Do keep in mind, we do have one more off-season event that is coming up before we start to rebuild this, because we're going to clean this area up and it'll be a huge open area. We are having what's called an adult prom, non-scary. So if you are looking to come out and dance and have some fun, listen to good music, and have some small foods and drinks, you can come out with us. Like I said, it'll be 6 to 9, July 19th. It's a Saturday. We'd love to have you out with us. Single tickets are $35 a person, and couples tickets are $65, which saves you some money if you purchase them together versus separately. But like I said, it's going to be a great event. This will all be open behind me, and this will be cleaned up. We'll have a DJ booth where music will be played. We'll have a snack booth, like a food booth for like light hors d'oeuvres. And stuff like that. And then we also plan on having like a little drink station and stuff like that. So it'll be really nice. We'll have some tables and chairs, people to sit and relax, the dance floor where people can dance and have some fun. So it'll be 3 hours of really a good time together. So we hope you can come out and be with us, okay? So hopefully you'll plan on attending. If you have questions, you can always send us an email at hiddenscreams@gmail.com, or go to our contact page at hiddenscreams.com or hiddenscreamshauntedattraction.com. Both will get you to where you need to be. But like I said, you can see a lot of things. There is the one thing that's still up, which is our squeeze tunnel, or what we call our claustrophobia tunnel. So if you are claustrophobic, we wish you all the best. But like I said, this area, this was a pretty decent area. It was our experimentus, our lab area. You weaved and winded throughout it. Like I said, that's all going to change now. And so this is the entrance now to the third attraction, which is, like I said, we're not going to tell you just yet. But it used to be the Chamber of Lost Souls. So that I can tell you. This was our third attraction, Chamber of Lost Souls. We have made minor tweaks in here. We'll continue to make some minor ones as the season, or as the summer progresses, leading into the season, but nothing major. Our major one's going to be here behind me in the second area, in the second attraction. Okay. But as you go through, like I said, this is, or was, Chamber of Lost Souls. Once again, it will be something different, which we'll put the name out here soon. But like I said, it's really neat through here. People seem to love it back here. We have, like I said, made some minor changes. Nothing big, but just some minor changes in the twists and turns we do. We used to have different paths and dead ends and stuff, and that's all been changed out. But like I said, people seem to really like this area. They enjoy being here. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely scary back here because most of the time it's really dark, and we have some pretty terrifying creatures back in here. So like I said, hopefully you can come out and see this area as we do the tweaks and continue to make it better each and every time. Keep in mind, like I mentioned, even for our off-season events, we do go ahead and change things up a little bit, sometimes changing like some small paths. Obviously, each show is interactive in a different way because we don't want you to come back and have the same experience, at least in the off season. During the season in October, we don't have time to make changes like that. There's just no way. There's one way we've thought of in the past in order to make changes on a regular basis in the haunt season, which we have not seen tried before. And we don't want to give anything away because I don't want to say it's secret, but it is, I guess. But we do have some new ways in order to actually make changes during the haunt season. So that way, if you ever come back again, let's say you come out our first night and you decide, hey, I want to go back the next weekend and see them again because they were great, which we love, by the way. We could possibly give you a different experience slightly. So we've got ways we've thought of. We haven't put anything into motion, but we have thought of ways to do that. Not sure if we will do it or not, or if we will, we'll test it out on one of our attractions here to see how it goes. But like I said, I haven't seen it tried before because it is a big undertaking, does require a lot of work, pivoting, stuff like that. So like I said, I'll give you hints, but I just won't give it away. But there are ways to make that happen. And we have not seen it happen in the haunted attraction industry as of yet, just because when you're a haunted attraction, big or small, you just don't have the time. You're trying to get people through and make sure everything's ready for the next night you're open, whether that's back to back or the next weekend. So you just usually don't have time to make those kind of changes because they're drastic. It's not like you can just take apart a wall, move it here. I mean, it's like a domino effect. You move one wall and all of a sudden now you've got to move another wall. So it's not as simple as you would think. Just like I told you in the last video, we don't just turn the lights on, everything just comes to life. I wish that was the case. Our lives would be 10 times easier and we would just wait a whole year before we came in here. But with that being said, we have thought of different ways. So those are just thoughts we have came up with. And once again, as we get closer and if we decide to make those changes, we will definitely share them with you. So like I said, you continue down this hallway. This leads us to the fourth and final attraction, which this one I can talk about because we have announced it on Facebook a couple months ago. This is Crosby's Hideaway. Like I said, I'm going to try to squeeze because we are moving things around, so I do apologize. But we do have things in other areas to make room for the construction we're doing. So bear with me as I go past some of our animatronics here. But like I said, this is Crosby's Hideaway. This will be added to as well. It's nowhere near done. We've sort of been doing this one in stages, but I really got to put my hands up for and give my hat off to some key people that have really helped bring this to life. First and foremost, obviously Weston. So I am the main owner here, but there are 6 of us that have ownership here, and the other owners are Weston, Brittany, Stacy, and Steven. Once again, fantastic people. You'll see them in other episodes that we're going to do, so you'll get to know them and our actors as well. You'll get to meet our whole cast and crew. But I got to thank them for all this because, like I said, Weston came in here, before work all the time in the mornings, and he works in the evenings, and would start putting this together. I know Steven would come in as well and help us out and do a lot of work in here. I mean, he just, he's been great, helping also with the leaves. Brittany helping with leaves, getting these turned into corn stalks. We've loved that. Stacy's been here helping us. I mean, we've all been working hard as a team together to get this place together. And then the person who brings this to life when we turn the lights off, once again, Xander. He is our main character back in here, Victor Crosby. He brings us to life. You never know where he's going to pop up, where you're going to see him next. And like I said, you can't really see and appreciate how awesome this area is and just how he brings it to life until you come here. I mean, you just really have no clue. He really brings this place to life. People love him. People love this place. And they rave about him and about it. So, like I said, you'd have to come and experience this for yourselves. But yeah, I mean, this was done with, between myself and my 4 other owner partners. We got this thing up and together within a short amount of time. I'll say that. Maybe, I think it was a month or 2. So like I said, we had to tear some stuff down because we are doing some more work back here. So this was, did have foam on it that was painted. We are trying to, once again, enhance and upgrade this. So this has made a significant change and will continue to change. And then obviously the last area is through this tunnel. I think we can get out on the other side, so bear with me here, but this is our tunnel. Like I said, you have no idea how spooky this place can be until you actually have to come in here with the lights off. But yeah, I think I'll stop there because we have a good bit of stuff in the tunnel. But that's where they go out. They go at the end of that tunnel behind me and through the doors. Now we do have people that tend to come back around even though we have it blocked off. But that's where you're supposed to go out, is the doors back there. So like I said, that's a behind the scenes tour of Hidden Screams Haunted Attraction. Once again, we are not huge, but your experience does last an average of 15 to 20 minutes. Once again, keep in mind, you do want to take your time, meaning we want you to enjoy the show. And that's just with any haunted attraction. I'm not saying that just for us, but I mean, if you're going to spend money, whether it's 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, whatever the amount is, because depending on how big the attraction is, the tickets are going to be bigger. So a bigger experience means bigger ticket prices. But if you're going to pay those prices, no matter how big or how small the price may be, you're going to obviously want to come and enjoy it, right? So that's what we tell everybody. Yes, you get scared and you want to run. We get that. But you shouldn't be running in a haunted attraction anyway. That's a safety concern. But we want you to come and enjoy the show. We want you to be a part of this with us. We want you to enjoy the show, and you can't do that if you're running through it. You can't appreciate it. You can't appreciate what's around you, the experiences you're going to have. You're not going to have much of a show. It's not going to be the same. You're not going to enjoy it. And that's where, once again, people start giving bad reviews to any haunted attraction. I'm just saying in general. When I read reviews from people, it's because they either come and run through it and they don't see the show and then they're upset, but it's like, you ran through it. So that's not it's our fault you got scared, but it's not our fault you ran. You chose to run. But if you run, then you do get a bad experience, and we expect you to not enjoy it. There are also those people who will come and just, it's like they come with that, I hate to say it this way, but I can only say it this way. They come with that, that strong persona, like, oh, I'm brave, I'm strong, you can't scare me. That's no fun either. Just enjoy the show. It's not about you showing off for your friends and saying, oh, they can't scare me or they're not scary. If you're going to pay money, once again, let's be real here. If you're going to pay money, just come out and enjoy the show. I'm not saying everybody's going to love it. I mean, everybody has their different tastes. But if you're going to come here, if you're going to choose to come visit us, or any haunted attraction for that matter, and you're going to pay the ticket price, whatever it may be, come out and enjoy the show, okay? Just enjoy it. Walk through, have fun. Most haunted attractions, if not all, if they can't scare you, they're going to try to entertain you. The majority, okay, are going to try to entertain you. They're going to try to give you the best experience possible, whether that's make you scream, make you pee yourself, make you cry, or heck, make you laugh. They're going to try to entertain you in some way. And so allow them to do that, and allow yourself to be entertained in some way, okay? And I promise you'll enjoy the experience a lot more. I'm not saying you're going to walk away loving the place you visited, though I do hope you love us. But the whole point is that you'll enjoy yourself and the time with your friends a lot more if you allow yourself to enjoy the experience versus trying to have that big bad persona of, you can't scare me, nothing here is scary, That just ruins it for yourself, and it can ruin it for the rest of your group. And that's no fun, because if they're going to pay, they want to have a good time too. I mean, you don't want to spend $50, $60 to $100 for your group to get into an attraction only to come in and ruin it for yourselves. That's not right for you or for us. So once again, come in, have fun, enjoy. Like I said, as we put out more videos, hopefully you'll learn more about the industry, about Hidden Screams, once again, behind the screams itself, what it takes for us to operate, to be a haunted attraction. People just don't understand what it takes. It's a lot of work. And as you can see, obviously, we are in the thick of it. I mean, we have got a lot of work ahead of us. This is all tear down. So we've got a lot of work to do to, one, clean this up so we're ready for the adult prom. But number two, so we're ready for October. I mean, that's the other thing too. We've got to be ready for haunt season, which our haunt season starts the first week in October and ends the last weekend, which is the 31st and the 1st of November. So obviously we need to be ready for it. We need to be ready to go, get everything back in order, and get this second attraction built and mazed off enough so you can come in and have the best experience possible when October hits. And we're so looking forward to that. We really think you'll enjoy this new show and all that we're putting into it. Like I said, there will be changes all around and all the attractions we have here. But we will be, obviously, our biggest change will be in our second attraction. So we look forward to premiering that in October. Hope you enjoy it. Like I said, enjoy the show if you come. Just come out, have fun. Even if it's not fully your thing, even if we don't scare you, come out, have fun with us. We promise you will enjoy it if you let yourself do so. Like I said, if you have questions, concerns, if you want to know more about Hidden Screams or just about the haunted attraction industry in general, because like I said, I think there's not enough out there. There's a lot of things out there, don't get me wrong, but I feel like something like this is not always out there for customers. So they understand, like, hey, these are real people trying to make it work, trying to make their dreams come true, so everybody else can have something fun in their own community or within a close driving distance. So, like I said, hopefully this helps you. Hopefully you understand more. If you want to know more, like I said, reach out to us by email, hiddenscreams@gmail.com. If there's a certain topic you want covered or certain answers you want to certain questions, I'd be more than happy to create a video around that and help educate you on that or give you some thoughts on those things. Like I said, we're just here to serve our community, to let people have more fun. This world gets crazy. I mean, I think we all know that. I think there's no doubt that this world is crazy. And I think we all just need to, de-stress. And what better way than to come here and scream your cares away and just have fun and let that stress go. And once again, that's what we're trying to do, is help you scream your stress away so you can leave hopefully feeling better than you did when you came in. So once again, thank you for taking this tour with me. Like I said, in the future episodes, you will get to meet our cast and crew. We do have First Friday, so as long as it's not terrible, it is raining a little bit outside today, so as long as it's not terrible, we will probably do another episode later today, showcasing some of our people and what we do. Like I said, it may not be a well-attended event because First Friday is a community event that we do attend here in Lewistown, where we're located. Businesses come out, people come out, there's events, there's food trucks, there's food. You can go see the area businesses. So but it's usually a very big night every month. And like I said, we're very supportive of our community, so we come out and support it. So like I said, as long as the weather is not too bad, we'll try to come out and let you see and meet some of our people. Just like I said, don't judge the event, because once again, we can't help the weather, neither can they. But it's always a great event, usually well attended, and they have a lot of fun. So hopefully we'll see you there tonight and show you more of that. But like I said, we look forward to seeing you in our next episode, and we will see you soon. Bye.